For more than 200 million years, dinosaurs ruled our planet, and among them were real monsters. Until now, when seeing reconstructions of Tyrannosaurus and their relatives, many may ask the question, have more terrible and deadly creatures ever lived on Earth? Of course, there were no such large predators on our planet either before or after the dinosaurs, but in all eras, in different regions of the planet, there lived animals that had no equal in ferocity and bloodthirstiness. In the process of evolution, they always had successors and rivals. And now, among predatory animals, there are a huge number of species that no one wants to meet again. Today, we'll try to make a kind of rating of animals that have taken the place of the most terrible dinosaurs. Subscribe to our channel, and then you'll be able to learn about the release of new videos before other viewers. Subscribers can also leave comments and like the videos they like. These actions help with the development of new videos and expand our audience. Crocodilomorphs. The ancestors of modern crocodiles appeared on Earth much earlier than dinosaurs, and a large number of a wide variety of crocodilomorphs existed simultaneously with these giant lizards. In certain ecological niches, they even competed with each other. At the same time, dinosaurs didn't always emerge victorious from such competitions. Of course, as a result, crocodilomorphs got the role of one of the main predators of freshwater bodies. But this is precisely what's considered one of the most important reasons that they managed to survive the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction. And now, tens of millions of years after the end of the age of dinosaurs, crocodiles remain one of the most dangerous predators on Earth. Ichthyosaurus, Plesiosaurus, and Mosasaurus. Also, at the same time as dinosaurs, a huge number of a wide variety of sea lizards also lived on our planet. Their ancestors followed the same path that whales later chose for themselves. They left land and became the dominant predators of the aquatic environment. Ichthyosaurus appeared approximately 250 million years ago. Outwardly, they resemble modern dolphins in many ways. This makes it possible to assume that the lifestyle of these aquatic reptiles were similar to the habits of these mammals. They had an elongated barrel-shaped body with strong, large flippers on the sides. The tail of the Ichthyosaurus served as a rudder. It's believed that they, just like dolphins, were able to jump out of the water. Other studies show that some species of Ichthyosaurus could dive to depths of up to 1.5 kilometers. About 203 million years ago, Ichthyosaurus, as well as ancient sharks and crocodilomorphs, had serious competitors. The Plesiosaurus. These lizards were less agile, but had many other advantages. Many of them were quite large, swam quickly, and attacked from ambush. Some Plesiosaurus were long-necked. It's believed that they ate mainly fish, but there was another group, Pliosaurus. They had a huge mouth and a powerful short neck. These predators were without a doubt among the most dangerous creatures in the ocean. But about 94 million years ago, both of them went extinct, and Mosasaurus moved to leading positions in the ocean. In their structure and method of swimming, they were somewhat reminiscent of modern whales, only they were more toothy and quite large. After the extinction of Mosasaurus and other aquatic lizards, the ancestors of modern whales followed the same path. The most famous of them are the Basilosaurus. They descended from ungulate mammals that led a semi-aquatic lifestyle, and now their distant relatives, killer whales, live in the oceans. These creatures no longer resemble land inhabitants in any way. They live in packs, have high intelligence, and are one of the most dangerous predators in the modern ocean. Giant snakes and lizards. Snakes, due to the peculiarities of their structure, cause disgust and fear in most people. Among them, there are a huge number of poisonous species, but no less dangerous are those snakes that kill their prey by strangulation. As a rule, these creatures are large in size. An example is a snake such as the anaconda. But almost immediately after the end of the era of dinosaurs, large boa constrictors were found in South America. We're, of course, talking about Titanoboa. Its length could reach 13 meters and its weight could reach 1,200 kilograms. Lizards didn't lag behind snakes in terms of large size. In the period from 1.6 million to 40,000 years ago, giant monitor lizards, Megalania, roamed Australia. Their body length reached 5.5 meters, and their weight reached 500 kilograms. Their descendants or closest relatives, Komodo dragons, weigh almost 10 times less and grow only up to 2.5 meters. At the same time, they remain the main predators of their region and are dangerous even to humans. Flightless carnivorous birds. In the process of evolution, such a variety of dinosaurs as theropods reached almost complete perfection. These were fast and powerful hunters, running on two legs. One of their advantages was their large size, and approximately 40 million years after the disappearance of T-Rexes and others like them, similar predators appeared again on Earth. Oddly enough, they were birds. Flightless birds from the ferocity family could grow up to 3 meters and weigh about 300 kilograms. They could easily catch up with small ungulates and pierce their skulls with one blow of their huge beak. Modern ostriches have approximately a similar body structure, but these large flightless birds, fortunately, don't try to hunt anything that's smaller and slower than them. Sharks. Sharks appeared in the world's oceans long before the whales and lizards described above, and throughout their existence, they remained their main competitors for the title of masters of the underwater world. Hundreds of millions of years of evolution have turned these cartilaginous fish into universal hunters, and now a meeting with them does not bode well for any of the inhabitants of the ocean. Of course, the most terrible representative of sharks is the legendary megalodon. The size of this giant, extinct shark is reconstructed from isolated finds of teeth and jaws in proportion to the great white shark. It's believed that they may be a descendant or a closest relative of the megalodon. Modern white sharks grow up to 6 meters in length and can weigh up to 3 tons. At the same time, their teeth are no more than 6 centimeters in size, whereas in megalodons they could exceed 10 centimeters in length. Sabertooth cats. Now, tigers, lions, and other large cats are the dominant predators in many regions of the Earth. Their bodies are perfectly adapted for hunting and killing other animals. Cats run and jump well, climb trees and rocks, and are distinguished by their agility and vitality. And about 20,000 years ago, unique animals separated from the ancestors of modern cats. Their powerful jaws were equipped with elongated saber-shaped upper fangs. For 10,000 years, saber-toothed cats inhabited Eurasia, Africa, and both Americas, successfully competing with both other predators and their closest relatives. Scientists believe that the main reason for their extinction is the disappearance of their main food source as a result of climate change. Saber-toothed cats ate large ungulates, such as mammoths or bison. The bears. Despite the fact that bears are no longer predators but omnivores, they also made it onto our list. The largest of them pose a serious danger to almost all other inhabitants of the hunting territories of these animals. Bears are distinguished by physical strength, agility, and intelligence. In addition, they have an excellent sense of smell, swim well, and run very fast. Now, the largest land predator is the polar bear. Its weight can reach 450 to 500 kilograms, and its body length can be 3 meters. Among the extinct representatives of the bear family, there were also larger animals. Cave bears that lived in Eurasia grew up to 3.5 meters. They disappeared approximately 27,000 years ago. But the short-faced bears that lived on both American continents from 2.5 million to 11,000 years ago were approximately equal in height to their modern polar relatives. But also true is that they weighed almost 2 times more. Wolves. During the heyday of dinosaurs, some of the smaller predators lived in packs. This made it easier to hunt down prey and protect from dangers. The most famous dinosaurs of this type are raptors of various types. The school way of life appeared long before them, and was gladly adopted by hunters who lived after the extinction of the dinosaurs. Today, it's most effectively used by various representatives of the canine family. The largest of them are gray wolves, which live in Eurasia and North America. Their body length, excluding the tail, can be 160 centimeters, and their body weight can be 60 kilograms. But in the late Pleistocene, even larger predators from the same family lived in the territory from Canada to Mexico. Their name translates as dire wolves. They were not much longer than modern species, but judging by the reconstructions, they weighed up to 110 kilograms. It was these predators that served as the prototype for the dire wolves from the book series by George R.R. Martin, on which the series Game of Thrones was based. Poisonous animals. Snakes, lizards, insects, spiders, and even frogs and jellyfish, in the course of evolution, acquired another terrible weapon for hunting and protection. They don't have scary teeth or huge sizes like dinosaurs, but one small bite can knock down an animal dozens of times larger than the hunter. It's just that these animals have learned to produce or accumulate deadly toxins in their bodies. Because of this, a meeting with a smaller spider can end worse than a meeting with a monster like a T-Rex. Human. There are separate videos about almost all of these creatures on our channel. During their evolution, they became the most advanced predators of their time. But a creature that doesn't have enormous physical strength, agility, and speed was able to become the most important predator in the history of the planet. With the advent and development of humans, neither sharp claws nor powerful jaws could protect other animals from us. And despite the fact that each individual person is weaker and more defenseless than predatory animals, it's people who easily destroy new species of living beings throughout the planet. We thank all the viewers who watch our videos to the very end. If you want to learn more about all the species described in this video, then we advise you to pay attention to other materials posted on our channel. They also contain more information about the evolution of life on Earth in general, the environmental problems of modern human society, and the expected future of our planet.